This is a TLDR tier list for next week's Mutation. This is based on solo play because your ally is a random factor that cannot be accounted for. Also, this is based on above average co-op knowledge. Mechanical skill is not that important in co-op. Adjust these rankings based on your own knowledge and skill level. Since this is a holiday mutation with a lot of fun gifts and a lot of randomness, this is mostly based on worst case scenarios, which is generally extra enemies, the random mutator just dies suddenly appearing, and killbots. Those are run-ending gifts that Amon can get. Other than that, it's mostly just like mild things that will annoy you, but they won't necessarily destroy you. Anyways, let's start. So we start off with Vorazun. Vorazun is pretty good against Terran, because Corsairs can hit the shuttles for free, but if it's not Terran, there are a lot of extra enemies you have to deal with. Could be annoying, not terrible, but killbots is a huge problem. Early on, the killbots require 30 kills, later on they require 50. No matter which one you get, it's just terrible. So if you can't deal with killbots, there's just a chance that you're gone. And if you don't get killbots, then I guess she can go higher, but yeah. Tychus, naughty list is not great for him. If you don't get a naughty list clear, he just like dies after one hit. Sirius and Vega are very good because they can take units and those don't count towards their kills. And also like the turrets, they can deal a ton of damage without having to put Sirius himself in danger. But Tychus, he's with a high naughty list count, he's gonna disappear pretty fast. So yeah. He's fine, but oh yeah, and killbots. Killbots will wreck him. Next one, Zeratul. Zeratul is bad because he himself will get a high naughty list count, but he has cannons, and cannons are basically free. And once you have enough fragments, he doesn't really die. And you also have Legion and Avatar to help your fights, so you don't have to put yourself in a lot of danger. Stepman, he doesn't care. Well, he has superlings that tank for him while Super Gary does the damage from far away. If you're fighting against heavy air, you can add Corruptors to tank. Super Gary will get a high naughty list count, but his E-Gorb is really strong, so you can still get rid of enemies without even engaging. You can just E-Gorb and move back before they move towards you, and then your army charges up and tanks shots. And he can deal with killbots. So can Zeratul. Carax is pretty good. Carax can just spread observers everywhere and blast the shuttles and blast the enemies, blocking the gifts. His problem, again, is killbots. So aside from killbots, he is very good. Zagara does not care about killbots. You can use P1 here and just charge at all the shuttles and all the extra enemies. If you get extra money, that's even better. Abathur, Swarm Hosts are very good. You can open with some Brutus to hold the fort, and when your Brutus die later on due to naughty list, your Swarm Hosts will just take over the game. Swan. Swan is good, similar to Carax. You just float factories, you can use your call downs, kill a lot of waves and stuff. The only problem is killbots. Dahaka is very good. Dahaka has some problem with killbots, but he's so good against everything else that killbots don't matter too much. Later on, same with Carax and maybe Swan, if you get a late game killbots, you can just let them hit your buildings rather than feeding it. For Dahaka, his Swarm Hosts can deal a lot of damage, and from afar, and basically they're free units that are really strong. Your naughty list count won't go up, doesn't matter, even if it does. Pack leader is also very strong. Next one, Han and Horner can feed killbots because Reapers are great, and you have Strike Fighters to weaken the enemies at the gifts, and you have Wraiths to deal with, and Battle Cruisers to deal with the shuttles if you need to. If you're out of position, you can teleport and stuff. They're just, in general, a little bit weaker than these guys in terms of power, so it's down a slot, but they're really overall she's well, Hana Horner is really decent. Manx is S because he has super good call downs. ESOs are very good. You can build them in your base and you can pretty much hit anything on your side of the map and you can weaken a lot of the enemies, your ESOs will get high naughty list counts, but they're far away from any danger. No one's really going to touch them. So then you get to basically smash the enemies for free and then clean up with your bunkers. Kerrigan is bad because Kerrigan relies on her hero unit. Bad relative to others, but overall this is an easy mutation and it's fun. She's bad in the sense that her naughty list count is going to get high and she's generally in the front lines taking hits. So with a high naughty list count, she's going to melt in like one or two shots. So it's really dangerous to put her in front. Later on, you'll have enough like Mutalisks, maybe even Broodlords to help you tank or like take hits, and your immobilization wave will be the main killer. But you also have extra enemies from the gifts, so you have to deal with that. And if they come with AoE, that's going to be slightly problematic. Raynor, he can feed killbots, but he's not very strong against the extra enemies, so you have to use your army to deal with them. If you use Banshee Call Down, you have Duskwings to deal with each gift wave, but you still have to deal with the regular waves, and his army's kind of slow to get going. If you're using Bio, then you don't care about naughty lists, but if you're using battle cruisers, you might care a little more, and they might start dying if you don't get if you don't get the naughty list clear. Hopefully you get some of those like mule drops or something that helps you get free resources. You can spawn camp with spider mines as well, but it's harder. It's a lot of extra work and doesn't work against all comps. Stukov, P3, you point and click and everything will eventually die. Naughty list doesn't matter, killbots don't matter. Artanis, he's not so great relative to others because killbots, not good. Extra enemies, also not good. So you hope for some kind of good gift, that, probably something that helps your economy, like free gas or something. And hopefully you don't get killbots. Nova, naughty list is a big problem. So her elite units will get high naughty list counts to the point where a defensive drone isn't really going to save them. So you need to spend a lot of money on that. Airstrike is nice. Airstrike is good, but you can't airstrike every single thing, so that's another issue. Her cloaked mode, like if they don't send detectors, you can sabotage drone, or actually you can sabotage drone the enemies anyways, but you can also use banshees and ghosts if they don't send detectors, but if they do, then Nova's gonna die a lot. Same with Alarak. Alarak has a problem with naughty lists. He's going to be in the front and he's going to eat so many supplicants if you aren't careful. So you need like other things to deal damage or take hits. Hopefully you get the mule party or something so that you get more supplicants so that even though he takes more damage, he has more supplicants to eat. Phoenix is alright. Caldalis doesn't hit air, so that's a slight problem. You can use Dragoon Suit against the shuttles early on for like the 3 to 4 shuttle waves, but when they start coming in multiples, you'll need other things. You may want to try P1 mass carriers. That can work because that will be better against naughty lists. Killbots is also a slight problem. If you use P2, your observers are cheaper, so make sure you get extra robotics facilities to build them. But yeah, it's not a huge problem, but it's not as great as these other guys. That's it for this tier list. You can extrapolate this info to your duel runs. Good luck with the mutation.